Today we're going to talk about one of my favorite regional retailers, Meijer, which is a family-owned organization based out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. Today they are a $22 billion organization that continues to steadily grow and generally outpacing kind of the average U.S. FDM growth. They have 270 grocery-centric stores. They have an additional over 200 C-store and express stores. But what we're talking about is really focusing on those kind of grocery-centric stores that they have in their portfolio that many of us know them the best for. Now, when we talk about Meijer, here's the deal. They're competing with 3 different grocery-centric store formats. It's actually one of the keys to their go-to-market strategy. They have historically been most known for their supercenters, and that really accounts for the bulk of not only their retail sales, but their retail stores. In addition to the supercenter, they've really started to lean in the last 2 years into their Meijer grocery format, which is exactly what it sounds like. It is a Meijer store that really focuses more on kind of competing directly with traditional grocery stores in markets where a supercenter might really not fit based on kind of the locale, the size of the population, whatever it might be. They've also really innovated with their Meijer market formats, which tend to focus on and be in more urban areas or in kind of specialty areas like university, kind of the cities where universities are, and cities that are known for more a seasonal tourist presence that may not need a classic grocer and definitely don't need a supercenter. Now, beyond store format, Meijer really has effectively competed leaning into customer service and also assortment. They, in the assortment space, really have leaned into this idea that bigger is better and tend to have hundreds of thousands of SKUs on their shelves, depending on where you are, that are really customized and tailored to that local community in a way that national players try to do it, but really don't. In addition, they have competed really effectively with their M-Perks program and been at the forefront of kind of digital integration as part of the customer shopping experience for well over a decade. And continue to really be on par with what you might see candidly with some of those people that were at the forefront, like a Target or a Sam's Club or to a degree a Kroger. And last but not least, one of the things that makes Meijer really unique is as a privately held organization, they are very intentional in the support that they give within their local communities. They are actually very vocal in how much they give back. I believe it's 10% is what they give back to the communities that they are a part of. And in doing so, there is kind of an established connection that makes them a little bit different and feel a little different than those kind of classic national players that they're competing against today. So let's talk about that Meijer shopper that competing against. What we have found is even though they only have 270 stores from a grocery lens in 7 states, they are still reaching 7% of the U.S. population from an incidence perspective every month. So 7% of U.S. consumers are shopping at a Meijer every month. They look like your average consumer, right? There's a split in age, income, about 36% have households with kids. But what really is fascinating, especially driven by their footprint, is they are actually competing very heavily with Walmart and Sam's Club. But when you look at the top stores cross-shopped from a grocery perspective, Aldi is actually the 3rd most often cross-shopped store, which gives you an idea of, from a value proposition perspective, what they're competing against. Now, Kroger is in the mix, Costco, Target, and Whole Foods as well. But at the end of the day, Meijer, given their geographic footprint, but also just the broader way in which they engage shoppers, is really competing head to head with national value oriented players like Walmart and Aldi, but also with kind of that classic Kroger model that is quite strong throughout the Midwest. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to me directly via LinkedIn. I'm Diana Lesashian, or give us a follow here at PDG Insights. We're going to be doing more of these for every retailer rundown that we launch over the next 3 months. Have a great day. I hope you learned something.